Welcome to Court Explainer, which we are doing over the weekend. It is hotty, it is smoky, until I had to remove my jacket and my tie to come in a sports gear, because this thing, the Maduro issue, is now a big issue. We shall be looking at the law that deals with the drugs, that is chapter 242 of the laws of Kenya. And today specifically, we are looking at the penalties as provided for under section 5. What is the penalty for the following offenses that are committed by drug addicts, by drug barons, by drug peddlers, by those who smoke, those who sell? Here they go. It says, if you smoke, if you are found smoking, inhaling, sniffing, or using any narcotic drug, the guys who take shisha, if you are caught taking shisha and in that shisha there is narcotics, there is psychotropic substances in that shisha, that is an offense. 2, these guys who are inhaling, you've seen boys and girls walking on the streets inhaling some glue. Inside there is cocaine. Inside there are narcotic drugs. That is an offense. So found sniffing, found inhaling, found smoking, it is a very big issue. Is your cigarette laced with the narcotic drug? Is your cigar that is genuine laced with those narcotic drugs? That constitutes an offense. 2, if you are found in a house where there is smoking, people are smoking narcotics. If you are found in a house where people are using the psychotropic drugs, don't go saying that me, I was there, I was not smoking. Being found, it's very interesting. Being found in a room or in a premise or in a facility or in a field or anywhere where there is smoking, sniffing, inhaling of narcotics, that forms an offense. 3, if you are the owner of a premise and you permit smoking, inhaling, consumption of psychotropic substances, my friend, that is an offense. Do you own an Airbnb? Do you know that if your friends come, I know quite a number of university students, after they graduate, they allow their former friends, their former colleagues, their buddies, their workmates to come their home. Have you ever held a bash on a Friday, on a Saturday? Have you ever held a party and the people who are in that party consume narcotic drugs? You are not consuming. You are busy in the kitchen cooking and saying, no, you guys enjoy yourself. Me, I don't take those stuff. Get me my Coca-Cola. Get me my black tea. Get me my Tusker Lager. Get me my Hennessy. You are not smoking, but you permit people to engage in narcotics. That is an offense. It moves on to say, if you do this without lawful authority, if you are found guilty, you'll be fined 250,000 shillings or a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years. C, the owners of the property. These are people, we are on the first one, we have been talking those who are tenants. But now we are talking who the owners of the property. 1, the owners of A, B, and B facilities. the owners of lodges, the owners of hotels, the owners of businesses, the owners of business companies, the owners of offices. If you are an owner, my friend, it is worse. And you allow, with your knowledge, people to inhale, people to smoke, people to sniff. If that is found, what is the penalty? You'll be given a fine of not less than 20 million shillings or to a term of imprisonment not less than 10 years. So the guys of Kilimani Airbnb industry, Kasarani, Roysambu, all these areas where there is a lot of Airbnbs, that is noticed today. If you know and you permit, is not less than 20 million shillings or and an imprisonment or both of 10 years. Then we have number 2, the question of handling. Have you ever handled an envelope? Have you ever handled a container? Have you ever handled a bag? Handling is carrying, transporting, packaging. So what does the word handling mean here? They say you'll be liable to a fine of 100,000 shillings or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 5 years. So if any time you're handling a bag of somebody else, be sure that is not cocaine. That is not a narcotics drug. 3, it goes on to say, if you aid, you assist, you are not drinking, you are not a consumer of narcotics, but you aid, you assist in or abet or procure trafficking of narcotics. You are the person who has been sent to get a Probox. You have been sent to get an Uber. You have been sent to look for who can package the drugs. You have been sent to look for who can be given an air ticket to travel out of the country carrying those drugs. My friend, the fine, if you are convicted, the fine is 20 million shillings. If you are used to do that. Section 5A talks about information. The information to be kept by the owner, the occupier, or a person concerned with the management of premises. This is 5A. This, we talked of owners of Airbnb. How will you escape? You're in Mombasa. Your Airbnb is in Kwale. You are in Nyamira. Your rental premises are in Nakuru. You are in Bungoma. Your properties are in Nairobi. The people have turned your premises into a smoking den for drugs and narcotics. The law does not condemn you. The law provides for a solution. You need to keep certain information of the people who you have leased or have rented your premises. What are these? It says, an owner or a person concerned with the management of any premises shall keep 1, a register in his premise, and shall enter into that register the name and address of every tenant or occupier. So you must keep the register. Do you have a register of who is your tenant? Do you have a register of who are coming for services of rooms for Airbnb? You need this following to be form of the register. The full names of the people who are taking your premises and full names does not include alias. My name is Danstan Omari. Then I come in and tell you I'm Boxer. You book me in by the name Boxer. Or you book me in by the name I'm Sonko. Or you book me by the name I'm the bad guy. That one is not the name. Number two, the ID number of that person. Three, you must keep a copy of the ID. And the copy of the ID has the following details: the full names, the ID number, the county, the sub-county, the village. All these details, you need to have them. Three, the telephone number of the person who is coming there. The telephone number, make sure you confirm, because somebody will come and tell you my number is 07423456. Make sure you call to confirm that that person is actually the owner or he's carrying that telephone number. The address, where is that person? In the address, we have the box number, we have the email number. What is the email? We have the physical address. Where does he stay? Is he staying in Nyamira? Is he staying in Kisumu? Those details are required. That register, then you have all the details. When the narcotics guys come, you will provide those details. Two, you need to keep the books that are supposed to be entered regularly. In a premise like an Airbnb, people book it for a day, an hour, 2 days, 3 days. You need a register. On this date, these are the people and their details who came in. Time to check in and time to check out. Condition at the time they were checking in and the condition the time they were leaving. For example, a couple enters into an Airbnb. The lady is oozing blood all over. Then you allow that person to enter and sleep. Somebody has been shot. He has a bullet shot. You allow him or her to book into an Airbnb. Remember, the law says anybody who has been shot cannot be accommodated or cannot be treated unless the police are informed. Equally, when these people are getting out of your premises, what is their condition? You get these people fought inside the room. Somebody is walking out. He has been cut one hand. He goes to die a few meters from your premises. Then that is a bag that is too heavy is being brought into the Airbnb. You have not confirmed what is in that bag. The people who entered, you don't know who they are. They walk in, what they are carrying is a body, a dead body. They bring it, leave it in the room. What they are carrying is cocaine, a bag, a massive bag of 100 kgs, cocaine being brought into your room. So you have got to check the condition so that the drugs are not brought in your place. Then, if you fail to keep this register, you'll be found guilty and you'll be fined a fine of not less than 1 million shillings or to imprisonment of 2 years. Failure to keep records and information is a very, very expensive thing. And let me expand this, not only in the drug sector, in the criminal sector, in the traffic sector. The driver, we talked this when we talked about the Traffic Act. You need to have details of your driver. You need to have all those details with you. Lastly, on this part, we are looking at what are the offenses relating to operating a clandestine laboratory. We have talked about what a clandestine laboratory means. If your premises are used as a factory for drugs without your knowledge or with your knowledge, and you are found, and that person is convicted, that person shall be given a fine of not less than 20 million shillings or an imprisonment of 20 years. So, in 5B2, I want to repeat, if you don't know that your premises are being used for narcotics, and you have the register of who rented, you have the lease, you have the documents, you have the photos, you have the IDs, you will tell them, Wakili Danstan Omari told us we tell you this. What does Wakili Danstan Omari tell you? You tell them that it shall be a defense if a person who is an owner or occupier or a person concerned with the management of any premises, if he complies with 5A, if he has a register, his work is to produce the register and say, this is the person who booked here. His name is Danstan Omari. He's an advocate. His law firm is based in Milimani, in Upper Milimani Road. This is his ID. This is his practicing certificate. This is his telephone number. Look for him. Then you will go scot-free. Wakili Danstan Omari brings you what the law says, how you can be arrested, but also teaches you how you can defend yourself in the event the police come that your premises have been used for drugs and drug-related psychotropic substances. Keep the records. Keep the records. We talked this in the employment channel, in the employment episodes, where we said you need to keep records of every person who works for you. We talked this about your workers at home. Keep the records. You guys who are in the US, the diaspora, do you have those records of the people? I know you have invested heavily in Rongai. You have invested heavily in Ongatarongai, in Kitengela. You have a lot of premises where people are tenants, or where people are lodgers, or where people are working in as Airbnb. Do you have those records? Do you update the details of the people walking in and walking out? Wakili Danstan Omari wishing you a happy new year. Avoid being captured like Maduro. Thank you very much.